Dear students, today we are going to discuss regarding capital busting appraisal methods. The techniques, the tools used for the capital busting evaluation are the topic of discussion today. It is must to know regarding the methods, the tools, the techniques utilized in capital busting evaluation or capital busting appraisal. The appraisal method must possess some specific characteristics. First one is it should provide a means of distinguishing between acceptable and unacceptable projects. The tool must be in the form to distinguish between the matter, the project be accepted or ignored. It must clarify. The tool utilized by us must clarify, must distinguish between the project is useful or unuseful. Second one is it should provide a ranking of projects in order to their desirability. It must decide the priority or the ranking of the projects. It should also solve the problem of choosing among alternative projects. It should be a criterion which is applicable to any conceivable investment project. Now, we shall discuss the most widely accepted criteria. These methods or criteria may be categorized into two categories. First one is traditional method. In traditional method, we can include the payback period and accounting rate of return. And second is time adjusted method. We can include net present value, internal rate of return, and cost benefit ratio or profitability index. It must be realized that different firms may use different methods. Which method is appropriate for a particular purpose of the firm will depend upon the circumstances. A large company may use more than one technique to appraise each of its investment projects, while a small firm may content with using only one technique which involves minimum funds and time. So, we are going to discuss regarding some tools, regarding some techniques, regarding some methods of capital busting appraisal. First one is payback period. The payback period is one of the most popular and widely recognized traditional method of evaluation investment proposals. It may be defined as the number of years required to recover the original cash outlay invested in a project. If the project generates constant annual cash inflows, the payback period can be computed dividing cash outlay by the annual cash inflows. Now we are going to tell the principle or the formula of payback period. Payback period is equal to cash outlays upon annual cash inflows. Cash outlay upon annual cash inflows. Here, with the help of an illustration, we can easily understand this. I think. Suppose a project requires an outlay of rupees 50,000. Suppose a project requires an outlay of rupees 50,000 and yields an annual cash flow of rupees 12,500 for 7 years. The payback period will be an outlay rupees 50,000 upon cash inflow 12,500. It means the payback period will be 4 years. In the case of unequal cash inflows, the payback period can also be found with adding up the cash inflows until the total is equal to the initial cash outflows. Now, it is must to know the merits and demerits of this method, payback method. The merits are, the most significant merit is that it is simple to understand and easy to calculate. We can easily calculate it because only cash outlay will be divided by the annual cash inflows. So it is very simple to calculate. Next, another merit is that it's costless than the most of the sophisticated techniques which require a lot of analysis, time and the use of computers. Now, we are going to discuss some demerits and limitations of payback method. It fails to consider the pattern of cash inflows. Next is, it is not an appropriate method for measuring the profitability of an investment or project. It also fails to take account of cash inflows earned after the payback period. The payback period method is not consistent with the objective of maximizing the market value of the firm's share. It would be consistent with this objective if share value were a function of payback periods of investment or projects. Now, one thing is reasonable to know that there are some methods are also using as a technique, as a tool of capital busting. One of them is accounting rate of return method. The accounting rate of return method uses accounting information as revealed by financial statement to measure the profitabilities of the investment proposals. The accounting rate of return is found out by dividing the average income after taxes by average investments, such as average book value after depreciation. The accounting rate of return thus is an average rate and can be determined by the such equation. The equation is average income upon average investment. As an accept or reject criteria, this method will accept all those projects whose accounting rate of return is higher than the minimum rate established by management, and to reject those projects which have annual rate of return less than the minimum rate. According to this method, we can rank a project as number 1 if it is had highest accounting rate of return, and lowest rank would be assigned to the project with lowest accounting rate of return. Now it is know some merit of accounting rate of return. First one, it is very simple to understand and use. Next, it can be readily calculated using the accounting data. Last, it uses entire stream of incomes in calculating the accounting rates. Now it is must to know some demerits of accounting rate of returns. It uses accounting profits, not cash inflows, in appraising the project. It ignores the time value of money. Profits occurring in different periods are valued equally. It does not consider length of projects' lives. Next, it does not allow for the fact that the profits can be reinvested. It is incompatible with the firm's objectives of maximizing the market value of share. Dear students, these are two traditional methods of evaluation of capital busting. These two traditional tools, I will try to solve some numeric problems with you next day.